Ole Miss's defensive line is going to wreak havoc this season.
The freshman, Suntarine Perkins,
taken down by Jared Ivey. And thrown down at the 32 by J.J. Pegues. Walter Nolan.
What a hit by Princely.
And again, it's Xavier Harris.
Lane Kiffin said in the offseason that this defensive line will be a game changer this season, and he's right. This defensive line that's combined for 219 games, 449 tackles, 87 tackles for loss, and 42.5 sacks. That's probably why Pro Football Focus has Ole Miss's defensive line ranked as the 5th best in the nation and the 2nd best in the SEC behind Georgia. With returners like J.J. Pegues, Jared Ivey, and high-level transfers like Princely Umanmielen and Walter Nolan, this unit is set to be a group of monsters that will keep opposing offenses running for their lives. Ivey led the defensive line with a career-best 46 tackles and 11.5 tackles for loss last season and tied the team's high 5.5 sacks. Ivey recovered a career-high 2 fumbles, and who could forget his game-sealing TD score at Tulane.
Grabbed by Ivey. He's going down the sideline. Big guy's going to score a TD. Big man touchdown.
Pegues was right behind Ivey with the career-best 42 tackles, 8 of them for loss, and 3.5 sacks, all of which were career-bests for Pegues. But who could forget Pegues' efforts at running back? Yes, running back. Back to his high school roots at Oxford High School, he rushed 4 times for 13 yards late in the season, and who knows, we might see more of it. Actually, maybe we should have saved that for the running backs video. Akilo Stone had an impressive first season with the Rebels in 2023. Stone transferred after 3 seasons at Georgia Tech and statistically had his best season with the Rebels. Stone was Ole Miss's 3rd-rated defender per PFF with a 77.2 grade, as well as 2nd best in run defense at 79.4. That was best among Ole Miss defensive linemen last year. Stone finished 2023 with 27 total tackles, 2.5 for them for loss, 2.5 sacks, and 1 forced fumble to seal Ole Miss's Peach Bowl win versus Penn State.
Hit, the ball comes out, it's on the turf, and the Rebels recover it at the 47-yard line.
Switching over from linebacker to the defensive line this season is sophomore Suntarine Perkins, who earned SEC All-Freshman team honors last year.
He's there, he's taken down.
Ashford pumps, chased, and taken down. Sacked by Perkins, the true freshman.
Perkins finished his freshman season with 38 tackles, 4 sacks, and 5.5 tackles for loss. And earlier this summer, ESPN tabbed Perkins as the number 4 top 10 breakout player for this upcoming season. The last starter that returns on the defensive line is junior Xavier Harris, who shined at both defense and special teams. The Canton, Mississippi native recorded a career-best 30 tackles, 3.5 tackles for loss, 1 sack, and 3 blocked field goals. And we'll never forget this one that clinched the win versus Texas A&M.
Snap and the kick, and it looks like it's short. Let's see, it is no good! No good! The Rebels win it anyway!
The portal splashes of the offseason for Ole Miss were Texas A&M junior transfer Walter Nolan, Florida senior transfer Princely Umanmielen, and Jacksonville State's Chris Hardy all had career-best seasons in 2023. Umanmielen led Florida with a career-high 11.5 tackles for loss, 7 sacks, 17 quarterback hurries, and he tied his career best in tackles with 39. Umanmielen was named to the coach's All-SEC team last season and earned AP All-SEC second team. Nolan comes to Ole Miss after a career-best year at Texas A&M. He recorded 37 tackles and was 3rd on the team with 4 sacks. Rebel fans have seen him in action against Ole Miss in the past. Nolan recorded 3 tackles against Ole Miss last year and 5 tackles versus the Rebels in 2022. Hardy was a cheat code down at Jacksonville State. In 5 seasons, he totaled 162 tackles, 46.5 TFLs, and 21.5 sacks. Of course, Hardy was a Conference USA first-teamer and 2023 CUSA Defensive Lineman of the Year. It makes sense why PFF ranked this the nation's 5th best defensive line in the country, and you won't want to miss it. Kickoff is quickly approaching, and you'll want to see the havoc these men wreak in person.
Enjoy it while it lasts. Enjoy it while it lasts.
Yes, sir.